What's happening? Hey, Donna, we seem to be live. Watch this.
But really, though, Brittany, 39, is now free to marry her fiancé, 27-year-old fitness trainer Steely McMoney Grabber. His actual name.
That was funny.
1,000 Questions is an entertaining discussion of marriage. We aren't telling you to do or feel or change anything about your life. Really, just listen and enjoy. And if you need real help, find a professional for your specific problem. We don't know you. How could we speak to your deal? Okay, have fun.
Yeah. Hey, welcome everybody. Can you hear me, Donna?
I can hear you just fine.
Good. Well, I'm on a ship headed to the Dominican Republic. This is my beautiful background. I hope I stay connected. So my first question to you is, did you just hear that little joke I just did about Brittany's fiance?
I did.
Okay. So I wanted to talk about that, about you, because you're in Vegas and you get a lot of these high profile divorces. What do you think about these, sometimes men, but probably women a lot, who are in it for the money?
So are you talking about the wealthy person marrying the other person, or because there's motivation there too? When you marry when you want a much, much, much younger partner. Oh, that's nice. Hi. Anywho, so I get to lead the show because Brad is frozen. So I would say people who marry for ego. That's what I'm going to say. There's a lot of people out there who marry for ego, who want a trophy partner, who just want to look good. They just want to be out and about and looking good. Hi.
Oh, hi, I'm back. So they want to be out and about and looking good, but is there a point when it's just too much money? Look at Britney Spears. She could have this guy suck hundreds of thousands of just cash out for nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't think she has an attorney who's doing a prenup or something? Come on. Oh yes. They're smarter than that.
Are you kidding? She doesn't know. She's never seen cash in her life. And she's first time in her life on her own. You think she's going to give it all away?
I don't think she's had a guardian ever since before she became 18. She's had a guardian for a lot of years. She's had a guardian.
No, she has never seen cash in her life. She has always had a guardian. She was a teen, had a guardian. She went with her first family, went kind of nuts. And then now this, and I just wonder about clients you have sitting there when they're divorcing and one's saying he's a money grabber, she's a money grabber, and what should people look out if anything's doing that, or what they don't do?
So I think, I think the idea of a prenup is pretty common, that even Britney Spears would know what that is. So I'm not overly worried. She has friends. There are people around her be like, get a prenup. You've already been screwed once. You've already had somebody take your money. Get a prenup.
Friends are bad advice. Accountants, lawyers, good management. That's the people, and hopefully a therapist.
Friends who have been screwed they can be good advice. They've been around that block.
They can be.
They know what that's like.
Yeah. Okay, so we're all saying, Brittany, get a prenup.
Get a prenup, absolutely. Okay.
Because the first husband's got the kids, gets $150,000 a month, still to this day. Yeah. Well, I know Kelly Clarkson's husband gets $150,000 a month, and she has custody of the kids. That's how bad that is. She makes $1.5 million. I know.
I had clients where it's over $10,000 a month. That's for sure.
Wow. Where do we find these people to marry? That's my question. It's crazy that we can't do. Okay, are you ready? Now this is in this. Okay, this question's in the same vein. Husband and I bought a car. Husband, they went out and bought a car. He put it only in his name. Should I be worried?
No. No.
Why not?
The law sees it as community property, so no, it doesn't matter.
It does?
Yeah, it doesn't matter
That
when you're
wait a minute.
divorced. Not unless you got it
Okay.
before you got married.
Okay, but here's the thing. My wife and I have 3 cars, and because one of them I wasn't even in the country, so she had to sign all the paperwork, so it's in just her name. One of them is in just my name because my car broke down in Richmond, Virginia, and I had to buy a car right now. So I had to do it all myself. And then the other one is in both of our names.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm thinking, or she's thinking, I'm getting out of this marriage, without even telling me, she can go and sell that car and get the cash for the car and just sign the title.
No,
doesn't need me.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No, you don't know.
If you don't, on the title,
she's not on the title. She's not on the title.
She could.
She's not. That's what I'm saying.
She could sell.
No. Only if she. No. If she is the only one on the title, she can at any time, without me at all, sell the car.
Absolutely.
So should she be worried?
I was talking divorce. Assets are assets. They're community.
That's true. No.
Okay. So
let's say
I bought my car in my name. Okay. I have only me on there. That I can go sell my car and get another car. Like, why would my husband be worried?
Yeah, no, I don't know why she would be worried, but she just wonders if she should be worried. And you should only be worried if you're already having trouble, if you're already having marriage trouble in the first place.
If you're worried about that, then you got other troubles to worry about.
Yeah, like, should he be buying a car? Do you have the money to buy a car? A lot of husbands will go out and spend $45,000 on a truck that they can't afford in any way. Put it in their name and then try to make up, oh, it was cheap, we didn't have, and try to hide $700 a month payments. That you should be worried about.
That's a quality relationship partner.
That's right. And if he does that and he cheats on you, don't do the Carrie Underwood and start cutting up the truck, because that's your damn truck too.
Yeah, you want to sell and get as much as you can from that.
Yeah, no. You sell it out from under him and get it taken away. Don't be destroying your property. Nothing stupider than people who destroy their own property. Those are people, I got so mad I punched the wall. I broke my hand and my wall. I'm a smart person. So yes. Okay.
Now I have to pay for it. Yeah.
Yes. And now I'm paying for all my own stuff that's like running into your own car with your car. So, okay. Here's a very interesting one that I've been asking around the ship.
Where did you? Where did you get these questions?
I've been asking. Well, one of them I got off Twitter, the last one, but this one, these I've just talked to people around the ship. Okay, when we go to make love, my wife disappears for like 30 minutes. I'm asleep before she's ready.
And what should I do about it? What's the question?
How do you get, she takes so long to get ready to make love that she's like, oh yeah, we're all amorous. And then she just disappears for like 30 minutes, which I'm sure he thinks it's lovely that she wants to be fresh or whatever for the making love, but he's already just laying there waiting.
Then give her notice. Say, how about
30 minutes? You're in the garage working.
Yeah.
My thing was, why don't you take a shower, pal? Maybe you don't smell so good. Maybe shave off that bristle. You know what I mean? Don't just lay on the bed waiting, or get the vibrators out while you're standing there. Yeah. Yeah. Just wait till she comes out. Bring the lotion. Bring the lotion.
That's a turn on, all right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So here he is, all smelly and gross. She's in doing everything and he's just laying on the bed going, oh, when's she gonna get here?
Yeah.
So
why don't he just occupy himself, and then when she's ready, they're both ready. then
Yeah, no. If he occupies himself, then he doesn't need to make love because he's done.
not that kind of occupying himself.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know any kinds of occupy. That's the only occupy I know.
That's the only way you know how to entertain yourself.
That's the only entertainment I've got. This cabin is, you couldn't bring a black light in here. That's how bad it is. I got to leave the lights on, pal. That's all there is to it. I apologize to everybody for this show so far. So, although I'm heartened by that we've stayed connected, I went away for a minute, but we're doing better now.
Yeah.
Let's see. This will be a short show. We'll get with this one done in like 20 minutes. Okay, this one. Okay, this one is not from here. This is from somebody else from a while ago. I've been saving it. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
My husband wants a threesome, right? But only with another man. He says he's curious. What do I do?
I don't know. I guess if she's okay with it, she's okay with it. Depends.
First of all, your husband's gay. Let's just your husband's gay. Let's just go with that.
No, it would be more bi than gay. Okay. And that
I don't know. Maybe all of a sudden, like a lot of times when I've heard about there being two girls and a guy, it's like the Friends, when Ross's wife was like, yeah, let's have somebody else in. And then the two girls just go off and he's like going around the sides trying to figure out, how do I get in there? How do I get in there? And they're like, no, not, okay, no.
Oh my gosh. You know how common this is? Like, it's probably, there's a lot of people you probably hang with that do this.
Ugh.
No
I mean,
joke.
as far as threesome,
super common.
Oh my God. I know I'm an old fashioned prude, but okay. So in the past, I've thought about like friends, my wife and I that are friends. How would that even work? And then how do you deal with each other after it's done? I can't handle one person without a problem here and there. How do you add more people into this? We can't figure out when we're going to have sex, my wife and I. You know, and then, so we got other people, and then you call them, hey, what about this weekend? No, I'm not ready. What about you? Here's your wife. No, it's all crazy.
How about think about you can only be so attentive. If you had a helper in the kitchen, you would be able to do a lot more fun stuff.
Did you just say a helper in the kitchen is like having sex with a bunch of other people? Is that what you're saying? Somebody coming in to cut onions is like, I'm really not getting her done with the wife. Bring it in.
You need an assistant.
You need
a sous chef.
Well, okay. Now you've got something I can understand. If you've got an assistant that is just kind of propping things up and making sure, but not getting in there. We're not doing stuff to them. They're assistant.
No. It's an assistant to please your woman.
Yes, no, that's what I mean. For both of us,
they're pleasing. They're like doing the top half. You're doing the bottom half. Like all of this, she's getting like double the attention. You're only capable. You only have two hands.
But there's stuff you can use. But there's stuff they can use to do that and be helpful without. But I don't want
stick. You're like.
I don't want if we're talking about a guy, I don't want that thing around. Because did you see what show is this?
Orifices.
Oh my
There's
God!
A lot of orifices that can have action at the same time.
Okay. I just fainted. What are you, crazy? Okay, yeah, but I know, and my problem is I've got a couple of those too, and they're like, wait a minute, what are you doing? Where's that coming from?
I live in Vegas. Okay, we're a little open-minded over here.
Oh my God, you're way too open-minded there for me. Yeah. Well, and I guess
I'm not judgmental as a therapist. I have to be.
You're right. You can't. So my question is: but in this question, if she's not into it, it's not a thing. That's all there is to it.
Absolutely not.
It's not a thing.
Absolutely not. And don't guilt trip.
And back to
come on. Like if it's a no, it's a no. Accept the answer and be done.
And then he goes, but he's on the way over. You can just not join us. then you're back to he's gay. Okay, so which is fine. It's all great because women, luckily, here's what's great about having gay marriage, any marriage, all love being one. And that is hopefully a lot less people marrying people they're not attracted to for appearances. And so women aren't marrying, men don't feel like they have to marry women if they don't, you know what I mean? That is the joy of having.
Let me tell you a trend I'm seeing, and it's probably not a new trend. It's probably like been around a long time. What's with the dudes going to Asia and getting wives there and then coming back?
Well, that's been forever.
There are no people around that they have to like go fly.
No, that's been a long time. That's happened forever. It's harder now than it used to be. Because you can't, with the last administration making it so much harder to get anybody in a green card and stuff like that, it's harder to do. But I was just talking to somebody last week. This woman wanted to come here from another country, and she married the first 80-year-old that liked her. And she was fine with it. He was nice. She was fine. And the family loved her because she took care of him in his final years. So, and it was 4 or 5 years is all he lived. She's in her 30s. Now she lives in America, and she's got, works and now she has a boyfriend she really likes. And so, yeah, it's wild.
It is. I feel like there's a sacrificing happening in there where it's not necessarily a love connection.
Well, it's definitely not a love connection. No, but again, like the gold digger and the Brittany and the guy, a lot of times there may be a prenup, there may be all these other things, So what's the difference between that and a 20-year-old here marrying a 70-year-old for a bunch of money?
I just think there's like, how we subcontracted China for like cheaper production of items.
Sure, yeah.
I think
that's the same thing as what you're saying.
I think they're exploiting something. I think the person going
if
there,
they are, that's bad. Look, a lot of times it can be for sex trafficking too, or it can be a way to get women in. That is horrible. But there's a show called 90 Day Fiance where like these young women from the Ukraine and stuff come here, and they treat the guy like garbage. He's always like a dork, and he's really gross. And they're just like, it is. You can be around me, and and as soon as they get their green card, the divorce happens, and they're gone.
Yeah, and so I don't think that works so good. I'm gonna say I don't think that's the super successful.
What's our? Okay, hey, it's Lance Montalto, everybody. Very funny comedian and a good-looking guy with a lot of talent. So here's his question.
If he's a good looking
what's your input on single since 1992? You're hard to live with. Maybe you need to. He lives in Vegas.
That's a therapeutic issue. I'm going to call it commitment phobe.
Well, okay, so Lance, call Donna because you live in the same town.
Oh.
You live in Vegas. And, no, Donna's not wanting to date. So, no, Lance is a comedian. He's hilarious. He also is a very accomplished guitar player, plays Beatles.
Where is he playing? We can.
No, he's a comedian. He's on cruise. He works cruises like me for Carnival. Okay. But he does a thing which is really sweet. He goes out one afternoon and will play Beatles tunes. Like for Beatles. Yeah, very funny. Also, he's in a business. The show has turned into let's get Lance Montalto a date.
Yeah.
So Lance, not only a great ladies out there, and Lance, when you find a girl because of me, don't be hard to deal with. Keep your opinions to yourself. Just be nice.
That could be the problem. He's chasing women.
That's what I'm saying. Is he hard to live with? So here's the thing. Lance also, I think, owns a business that redoes vintage slot machines. Like he has a slot machine business and stuff like that. He's a brilliant, nice guy. He's always been sweet. I don't know why he would be a terrible catch. Maybe he just I don't know. What are you looking for, Lance? Okay.
I think it's commitment phobe.
By the way, he's on the Carnival Magic right now. I'm on the Carnival Freedom. So, but yeah, he goes out and plays like an hour and a half of Beatles tunes. Yeah. So no, Lance, everybody. Hey, ladies, Lance Montalto, great guy, about my age,
Whoop, whoop.
single since '92.
I know.
A little bit of a red flag. Little bit of a red flag. And by the way,
little bit.
I'm pretty sure it's ladies, right? Lance, it's women, right?
Well, okay. Like, who are we to judge?
Yeah,
right?
I didn't ask, but I'm pretty sure it is. Pretty sure it is. But anyway, but hey, who knows? Ask. Okay. Thanks, Lance.
Lance could be that.
So he is on the Carnival Magic and very funny. What were we? So we talked about that. One more question, and then we're going to go to the 60-second quiz to find out if he's thinking about marriage. And the answer to the quiz is he's not. Here it is. Hey, it's another. This is the one I got off Twitter today. If your husband bought a property 30 miles away without concern for your feelings, what would you do?
I would be.
So it's women. Yeah. If he buys property, and I don't think there's a house, maybe it's just land, right? 30 miles away, doesn't even care what you think, doesn't even tell you, you'd be mad.
Yeah, because marriage is a team thing. It's kind of a we thing. You're supposed to be talking to each other. Be like, that would be a big thing to not talk about.
I've got one caveat about this. If that's his business, if he is a contractor, real estate guy, his business is buying and selling property, why would he come to you for every one of these things? Because that's what he does for a living.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that I understand. But if he's doing that just because actually I know someone who did this. He went out and bought like 50 acres and she's like, you just spent all this money on this 50 and you didn't even talk. I've always wanted it. Well, then you should have always talked to me about it. What?
Yeah.
You know,
that is definitely, and I'd say in couples, you have to have like if it's over $200 or if it's over $300, we at least should talk about it for a second.
Yeah.
No one
depending on your resources.
Yeah.
Absolutely. $200. My wife, she's gonna blow $1,200. She's not. We're gonna. It's not gonna be.
I'm sorry, Rockefeller. Yeah. Okay.
That's right. So if she well, maybe $1,200 she'll ask. Although here's a story. Although one time I was off a ship in New Orleans and I went to a beautiful old seafood restaurant right there. Beautiful. And I walked in and there were like these 4 80-year-old guys in a band, toothless, the best. Boom, 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 boom. And they were the most wonderful band. They were rocking out the blues, man. And I sit down and I get the menu and they've got a tub of seafood this big. It's $90.
Okay.
90. I called my wife and I said, honey, I'm going to spend $90 for lunch. She goes, okay. That's fine. Okay, here we go. Before I lose, is that up? Can you see that?
No, I cannot.
Uh-oh, I've put it up and it's not coming up.
Are you gonna have to just read it
says
out loud?
I've shared it. It's not sharing.
I see nothing.
I might have to read it out loud. Let's do this.
Oh, it's coming.
Here it comes. It's thinking. All right. So this is, I'll talk as we're doing this. Well, the internet is just about to die. I've got one little bar all of a sudden, one little bar. So if I go, I go. Okay. This is the quiz to find out if he's thinking about marriage. There it went. Having trouble connecting. Uh-oh.
I see the little
there it is.
Turning.
Do you see it?
I see it.
First one, how long have you been dating? What is the rule on dating before you get married? Miss got pregnant in a week and got married?
I think between 1 to 2 years. It at least took me 2 years to get pregnant.
I say 2 to 3 years to get engaged.
That's like, is he thinking about, not we're already married.
No, I'm saying he should be thinking about marriage. After 2 years, he should be thinking about marriage. Is that what you're saying?
No, I think you should be like pretty in that direction between 1 to 2 years. Like you should know by then.
Yes. Whether you get married or not is a different story.
Yeah, that could happen later.
I've always said, here's what I say. I say, once you start dating somebody, you make it clear that we are only dating each other until you're not, or the guy is going to be out catting around because he wasn't clear that you were exclusive. Make sure you get that right away. Then within a year or so, you might be working towards marriage, right?
I had one story where it was a year of dating. She said, I'd like to be called your girlfriend by now. He said, no, you're my friend.
Whoa.
That's
I hope that was over. Yeah, I hope that's over. So, okay. Number 2, do you still feel special?
It should be forever and always. You should feel special. Yes. You're the number one friend.
No.
Best friend.
The moment you don't feel special is when you get married. That's
not for the ladies.
The moment.
That's our special day where we're the most special.
That's right. Then never again.
Never again. You're done. Again. No more special.
The one moment. Here's the ring. Special is over. Okay. Good.
No.
Do you keep the romance alive? I hope so in some way.
And that should be like always. So like this is, do you keep the romance alive? This is like how to know he's thinking about getting married?
No, the problem is when he's in the real world, he's thinking of marriage as soon as the romance dies. Then you know he's all settled. When he's all romantic, he just wants to get you. He wants to do you. Then, then he goes, let's get married. No more romance. Thank God, I'm done.
Like,
I'm done working.
Put the engagement ring on. Romance is over.
Just like they say, once the woman gets the ring, then she'll never go down there again. Never gonna. All these are stereotypes that shouldn't be true. Please. Please. Don't be true. So, my thing on the romance is it should always stay alive. I always say, men do not do enough for their women and wives romantically, and women, you want too much, you greedy bitches. Okay, so.
I do think men can definitely step up the planning a little bit, like initiating a couple event.
That's absolutely right. Do they listen to you in our last 2 minutes? Do they listen to you?
Does the dude listen to you? Yes, if you're dating. No, if you're engaged.
But here, that's true. That's true. Or married. But there's a level of listening that I think most men are incapable of, and they should try harder. But there's a level that we can't get, that we're just when it's and
you have a word
when you talk to your girlfriends. When you talk to your girlfriends.
I think guys have a word quota that once it gets past that quota, they're out. They can't process anymore.
Love to know about your day. Love to know what's not. But man, the endless on the same topic is too much.
We're sharing.
He's ready to get married when he says this. What? What'd you say? What? Huh? What? Okay. Do you listen to them? Well, yeah, that you pretend you did.
Yeah, we're good at pretending. That's the thing.
Yeah.
We are good at pretending.
We're always in the thing where she said, I never listen, right? I never listen. But then when I catch her not listening, it's my fault that I'm doing this or that. So, but that's fine. So do you listen to them? Nope.
Used to it.
Right. I says, nope, but I mean, their life is boring. Wait, you're thinking about marriage to a guy whose life is boring to you?
Well, come on, guys want to talk about mechanic stuff, and you can only listen for so long. Then it gets really boring.
I'm not talking about that crap. What are you talking about? My wife and I are just now getting into sports. I've hated sports my entire life. She never we are now enjoying volleyball and basketball and women's especially, and a little bit of football. So and softball and soccer. But we're now kind of enjoying that kind of stuff. I hated that kind of stuff. We'll never be hunters, and I will never talk about that. But no, I'm not talking about fixing a radiator. That's crap. By the way, I love this one. What is the best part of your relationship?
I can't think of anything. Like, who would say that?
I can't think of anything. Several things. Now, the one that should be on there is sex, because
Oh my
a lot
God.
of times,
Oh my God.
a lot of times people have a relationship that they end up figuring out it's all sex, that they're just
Yeah, and
good at
sex
that.
doesn't necessarily need to be the best part of your relationship. It is a
No.
part. It is a factor,
Yes.
but it not necessarily has to be the best.
That's right. Okay. One more. I think one more. No, can you both compromise? Well, I hope so.
I should hope so. If they can't compromise, you
Because
probably shouldn't have gone this far.
so, well, now you told me in the first so many years of your marriage, you did anything you were told because you were still mousy and had been browbeaten for so many years. So you were compromising all the time,
That is
and he
true.
was never compromising.
He didn't have to.
When that change occurred, yeah. What happened when you decided to get a backbone and all that? And was there any ruffled feathers?
He had to learn how to compromise. But luckily he went right in.
Luckily, he decided to do that.
It wasn't a fight. It was just
It
like,
wasn't a fight.
oh, okay, I guess I gotta like consider Donna now. Like, that's fine.
Do you let them be mad at you? Well, there's different kinds of mad. You know what I mean? You can't be mean.
Yeah, that's true. So you can absolutely let them be mad if they want to be mad. Like, that's fine. But mean is a whole different ballgame. You can be mad, but
Yeah.
you cannot be mean.
Passive aggressive. You can't be those things, but they can be angry and voice. I wish I was better at voicing when I was peeved. My wife's very good at it, and then we work it out a lot faster. I screw up a hell of a lot more stuff. But when I'm peeved, I'm just going to go not say anything until I'm better, because I know I'll be better. And she'll look at me and go, "What's the hell's wrong with you? Why are you?"
Do you go back? Do you go back and go like, just so you know, I was mad and I'm not anymore, but this is what I was upset about?
No, I just, because I don't have a very much of a memory, so I forget what it was, and I don't know anymore. So I am not burdened with memory, so I don't have to worry about PTSD and stuff like that, because I can't remember all my trauma. But but no, my wife she'll just turn to me and she'll go, "Yeah, what's wrong? What do you know?" And sometimes she's wrong. I'm not thinking anything. I'm just dumb. And I'll be like, no, I'm not.
Bitch face.
Yeah. Yes. Well, I have in the past too, have turned and said, you know what? I am brooding, but you're the only good part of the world right now. You know what I mean? This is great. You know what I mean? And that's what mostly it is. I'm like, look, I'm thinking about other stuff, but this is the greatest part of my life. You know what I mean? I want her to know that, but I don't think to say it ahead of time. By the way, I'm grumpy. It's not because of you. That would be a nice thing if we would be able to do that.
Share,
you know what I mean?
Every time, even if I just dreamt it. I will
share every time.
Absolutely.
Well, sometimes I don't now because, and we'll close with this, but sometimes, so I had a dream one night, and I was with a supermodel in a hotel room, and we were in robes and kind of cuddling, and we were eating huge bacon sandwiches. And I woke up, I said, honey, this is the weirdest dream. I was in bed with this supermodel. I mean, we're just cuddling and we're kissing and we're eating this bacon and the grease. And she goes, I can't believe how mad I am. And I said, well, what do you mean you're mad? She goes, I just feel betrayed. And I said, well, it was a dream. It's not like I'm going to cheat on you with a supermodel. She goes, no, not that. You ate bacon, you son of a bitch. You ate bacon. And I said, what about the supermodel? She goes, you don't know. Oh, good luck getting that, stupid. Right. I know you can eat bacon.
Worried. She is
that's
not worried.
The big worry in the world. That I could she'd get jealous. Yes, that's right, Elena. She'd get jealous about the bacon is what it would be. So, all right, Donna. Hey, we made it. I can't believe it. Well, let's do it next week. By the way, I just talked to a friend of mine, Anna, who's having a baby. Uh-oh, you froze. We're going to leave. I'm playing it. I'm feeling we're going out. I'm playing the goodbye.
still here. You're still here. I can't hear you. I hear nothing.
Can you hear
now
me
I hear
now?
you. I can hear you now. We're
Okay.
still live.
Did you see the closing?
I did.
Did you see the closing credits? Okay, good.
Yes.
Then we're gonna leave. Bye, everybody.
Bye.